Welcome to the post-game wrap-up presented by J&R.
Runner in scoring position, 2 out, and Jeter lines one into center. Here comes Cabrera. The ball gets away from Hunter, and a run will score. Jeter to second. Jeter will hold, and it's 4-1 New York.
Welcome to the Bronx. We are just outside Yankee Stadium. The Yankees with a huge win here tonight in Game 1 of the ALCS against really a team that's been a thorn in their side last 8 to 10 years, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. All right, let's get right to the highlights. A game many of you watched right here on Fox 5. Bottom of the first, Yanks catch a break. Matsui pops one up. The Angels confused. The shortstop Ibar should catch this ball, but it falls in between him and the third baseman. A run scores, 2-zip Yanks. Fifth inning, Matsui singles to right. 1 run scores. Now here comes A-Rod. He runs through the stop sign, collision at the plate, and A-Rod is out. 3-1 Yanks. Sixth inning, more bad defense by the Angels. Jeter singles, ball gets by the Gold Glover. Torrey Hunter, another run scores, 4-1 Yanks. CC Sabathia dominant. Here in the 7th, strikes out the pinch hitter Napoli. Sabathia, 8 innings, gave up just 1 run, and Mariano Rivera, not pictured, gets the save. Yanks win Game 1, 4-1 the final score. With us now, Ken Davidoff, baseball columnist for Newsday. And Ken, impressions of CC Sabathia tonight?
CC Sabathia was terrific. He let up some line drives early that went right at fielders, but just his durability there, what a horse. I was surprised Girardi brought him back out for the 8th inning, since he might go in Game 4 on 3 days rest.
You know, that's exactly what I thought. What do you think the rationale behind that was? I mean, here pretty much this bullpen has been locked down all season long, but is it because Hughes has been struggling?
I'm sure that was part of it, yeah. And the idea that this guy can handle it. He's a $23 million horse, and let's try him one more inning here.
As far as the Angels, we heard this about the Twins too. Fundamentally sound, great manager. We heard it about the Angels going into this. Fundamentally sound. 3 errors tonight. Really 1 mental error on the base hit by Matsui. So 4 errors as a team altogether, really, when you think about it. What's going on? What's happening to these two teams?
I think the Yankees are putting some kind of curse on their opponents. I saw they started hanging out with Warren Buffett. He's going to turn into a penniless fool. I mean, it just doesn't make sense the way the Angels played tonight and the way the Twins played last week.
And when you look at that, though, we saw a lot of that out of teams in the late 90s, 2000. Teams would come in here and they would make mental mistakes, good teams, and they would make errors they don't normally make.
That's as good an explanation as anything, Duke. I mean, for Torrey Hunter to make that kind of play, and for Eric Ibar, these are good, fundamentally sound players, and it really is mind-boggling.
Before we let you go, thoughts on Game 2 tomorrow?
Well, A.J. Burnett, he's going to have to handle the running game, and CC Sabathia showed tonight the best way to handle the running game is to keep them off the bases.
All right, Ken Davidoff, baseball columnist for Newsday. We're going to go to Joe Girardi at the podium.
We have more speed this year. We have options to go to if we need to steal a base late in the games, and I think that can play a real important role. Our base running has been very good all year long too as well. So those are 2 things that a lot of times show up in postseason baseball, and they're real important.
On the right center aisle.
I was going to say you make mention of CC really putting it out there today in 8 innings of pitching, only gave up 1 run. Were you also amazed by the defensive? By the defensive errors that the Angels made, and how effective was the Yankees' offense in carrying CC performances today?
Well, I thought we took advantage of a couple situations and a couple miscues. You know, in the first inning, they had miscommunication on the pop-up. And the wind was blowing hard, so I'm sure the ball didn't end up where either one of them thought it was going to end up. When you get windy conditions and cold conditions, sometimes that can happen. Defensively, I thought we played extremely well in the conditions, and we took advantage of a couple miscues. And offensively, we had some real timely hits tonight. And I thought the first inning, where we had second and third, nobody out, and Tex makes an out, and then Al gets a sac fly. I thought that was really important to this game because you don't want to walk away from that inning not scoring.
Mark, along the wall.
Hey, Joe. I mean, when you look at the 4 games, I mean, a lot of what you guys did in the regular season seems to have come through. in them. But like, are you worried at all, like, you know, maybe losing some momentum if weather does start to play a factor here, especially tomorrow, considering what the forecast is?
Well, we didn't play for 4 days, and I thought we played extremely well tonight. I thought our at-bats were really good. I thought we pitched extremely well, and I thought we played defense extremely well. There are conditions that you have to deal with, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm not really too concerned because we played tonight, and hopefully we get tomorrow's game in, but if we don't, we don't.
Along the wall again.
Joe, did you give any consideration to letting CC go out for the 9th?
No, I thought CC had reached his limit, and he threw extremely well, and he did his job, and I thought it was time to go to Mo.
Sweeney.
So whatever factors were.
And there you go, Mariano Rivera, yet another save in the postseason. Take a short break. We'll be right back.
Tonight's post-game wrap-up presented by J&R.
Why are you telling me this? I can't believe this is happening. Look, I want you to sell it, all of it, right now. I want you to sell it. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell, sell, sell. Oh, could I see that? Is that a Bluetooth?
It's Plantronics.
So this is the one that has that new feature. How about that?
It's Chevy Truck Month, and that means full-size deals on full-size trucks. Like Silverado, backed by America's best coverage. And with the lowest cost of ownership of any full-size pickup, it's America's best value, too. Now, during Chevy Truck Month, get 0% APR for 60 months or $6,000 total cash back on select 2009 Silverado vehicles in stock.
Find your nearest dealer at ChevyOffers.com.
I am la mezcla.
Yo soy la mezcla. We are la mezcla.
Tu vida es una beautiful mix. Now, so is your television. Presentamos El Paquetazo, the truly bilingual TV package. Una mezcla of 140 English and Spanish channels under $35 a month. Call 866-749-1612.
Nosotros somos la mezcla.
El Paquetazo from Time Warner Cable. Viva la mezcla.
I have 3 children, and they have surprisingly busy little lives, which means I have a busy life. So I love my Toyota Sienna. It's roomy and luxurious, but best of all, I just don't worry about it giving me trouble. And that's nice, because with kids, I have enough to worry about.
Get something you can trust. The Toyota Sienna was rated the best car for the money by U.S. News & World Report. And now you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on Sienna. To learn more, visit Toyota.com.
You're watching the post-game wrap-up presented by J&R.
All right, welcome back to the South Bronx, just outside Yankee Stadium on 161st Street, and the rain has started to actually pick up just a little bit here. Perfect timing. How about that? Hey, one of the stories tonight, not only CC Sabathia with a great outing of 8 strong innings pitched, giving up just 1 run, and Mariano Rivera with a save, but that Yankee offense tonight, they came through with 10 hits, 4 runs tonight, and they got some offense out of Johnny Damon, Derek Jeter, you saw Mark Teixeira, Hideki Matsui, well-balanced attack out of this lineup. And Andy Adler, you were in the locker room after the game. Impressions you had?
Well, Duke, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit out of breath right now. We had to run into the locker room. Barely any guys were in there. In fact, the first guy in the locker room was Derek Jeter, and I had a chance to talk to him along with a lot of other media. Here's what he had to say.
What's up?
Derek, how important was it to win game 1?
Every game is important. You know, every game is important.
This one was important because it's the first one we're playing, but now tomorrow night's important.
You've talked all year about how good CeCe's been, but given the stage tonight, was this his best outing?
It's tough to say. I mean, he pitched well last series. You know, he seems to, every time out, give us a great opportunity to win. You know, we're going against them when he figured runs are going to be few and far between, but we got just enough for CeCe.
Wait.
Now, there's one thing that I have actually noticed is that Derek Jeter, always calm, always cool, always collected. None of the other guys were in the locker room except for Derek, and he was calm as always. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
And you heard him say it's just one game, and he knows that against these Angels because back in 2002, granted it was the division series, the Yankees won Game 1, lost the series. Back in 2005, same thing happened. The Yankees won Game 1 and lost the division series in 2005.
Exactly, and I had a chance to catch up with Derek Jeter earlier this week. Same attitude, the same thing in terms of AJ Burnett as well. AJ has always had that same attitude, one game at a time, keeping everything in perspective. Here's a look at what AJ had to say earlier this week. This is why they brought you.
I realize that, you know, and I know how important my starts are coming up.
I've seen you with the pie quite a few times. You're pretty good with the pie. Is there a certain strategy that's applied when you're getting the guys in the face?
I don't want to break their nose. Thank God I'm a ninja, and
A ninja,
and they can't find me. So hopefully I can keep that up. You know, I gotten. Well, I was the only one I haven't gotten from the regulars, and that's our captain.
Oh, Derek's still waiting.
I don't think there's anything better in sports. I got Shields down.
I saw AJ get you in the face with the pie.
Yep.
I think someone's got to get AJ in the face with the pie. I don't, you know, this is time.
If we win the World Series, we're going to get it back. There's no doubt. And, you know, we're all plotting that right now.
Talk to New York right now. They're all rooting for you. What do you have to say to New York City?
We're going to come out and we're going to give it all we got.
And A.J. Burnett will give it all he has tomorrow night. He'll take on Joe Saunders. Game time 7:57. The pregame starts at 7:30 right here on Fox 5. And then after the game, we'll be here as well. Hopefully the rain holds off. That's it from the South Bronx, outside Yankee Stadium. Yanks win 4-1. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Matsui pops it up. Left side. The two infielders, Ibar and Figgins, look at each other. Line drives a base hit into left center field. Damon will score, working his way to third.